Time for some YouTube revenue. Now today is a very special day to be opening this pack of WWE Heritage Box. Because not only is it WWE Crash of Clampions, it is also recently was the birthday of a good pal of mine over on Twitter, Rabel Carozola, which she and I go back. We went to high school together, allegedly, and, you know, was Carmella there with us in high school? I don't know, but yeah, we go back, and, you know, she supported me during the tough times when I got cards and Big Show wasn't in there, so I'm wishing her the biggest Big Show birthday bash ever. And speaking of Big Show birthday bashes, this is also a very special birthday week to my good bud Tyrone. I'm hoping you have the best 22 birthday bash weekend ever. So everybody's birthday is basically this week. So happy birthday to all the people I know. All right, so here are some cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then this special one. So thank you all for watching this box break. I really appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Hashtag jokes. All right, let's open this one up, the bonus pack first. Let's see if there are any cool Kiss cards. All right, what is this piece of crap? Authentic matte relic? Is this real or fake? I don't think anyone cares about Colin Cassidy though. So this is like big waste. But it says on the back here, it's 61 out of 99. And it's you own an authentic NXT Central Florida special taping. So it's pretty much just a house show. Okay. And then this is a Triple H card featuring Devolution, which is Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, and Batista. Love it. All right, let's actually get to the actual cards. I think I'm gonna get some special stuff in here because, as I said, it is Crash of Clampions, and it is two of my good buddies' birthdays this week. So let's hit it up. Right there, it is Sensational Sherry, the Devon himself, Devin Dudley. Jey Uso, who is the greatest wrestler I've ever seen wrestle. Then there is Carmella, who I go way back with. And then there's Bret the Hitman Hart, who was a hit. He had a hit song on the charts. That's what Hitman comes from, because every song his band made became hits, but then he put that all behind him to start his wrestling career. And then this is Honky Tonk Man, who is a man that wishes he had as many hits as Bret the Hitman Hart, but he didn't. And here's some upside down cards. I wonder what happened there. It shows Chris Jericho, who is, you might not know him, but he's, you might know him for his band, Fozzy, but he's also a part-time podcaster and has also wrestled in the past. And I'm sure that's shocking for some people because we all know him for Fozzy, not for WCW All-Stars. And then this is WWE Tag Team Champion Neville. And the coolest thing about him is he had the most tag team with Roman Reigns. And then this is Turn Back the Clock. Unfortunately, we can't do that because time moves forward. And what would this realm be without time? That's a question for a better man than me. Maybe Carl Sagan. Here's a legend, Daniel Bryan. You might know him now for commentary on the Cruiserweight Champions. And this is superstar Brie Mode's sister. And here is ENZO AMORE. Funny thing, AMORE in French means to love. So his real name is Elmo to love. I love Elmo. That's a little French fact for all you people that don't know languages. And here is a TNA superstar AJ Styles. It says it's a rookie card, so I can flip this on eBay and make a good balulu of money. And then up next is the Lucha star Kalisto. And if any of you have ever played drums, you get blisters on your finger. And I think Kalisto is the Spanish word for blisters. And this is DDP, better known for DDP Yoga, but he was also a wrestler too. Then this is Dwayne The Rock, better known for his YouTube career, but he also had trading cards. Then some people say, yo, who's the greatest wrestler of all time? Then you get this card and you realize it's Roman Reigns, other than Big Show. And then yet again, explain that you can't turn back the clock. Sorry, tops in WWE. I know you wish that was the truth, but it's not gonna happen. All right, here's superstar Luke Galloway, who is better known as Drew McIntyre, but he came back and sporting a new gimmick, shaved head. And people say like he's a big fan of, what's that, the Second Amendment? What is it, right to bear arms? Because he's part of like a gun club or something. Oh my gosh. I just can't handle it anymore. She's the greatest women's wrestler ever to walk this earth. It is Brie mode Brie. And she is, not only is she an attractive specimen of the human species, of the perfection of the human genome, she is also the greatest creature to walk this cosmos. If you don't believe me, then you might be also thinking of Summer Rae, another perfection of the human genome. Not as perfect as Brie mode, but look at that background, that's pretty cool. And then up next, it's a person I've never heard of. And then another, the Total Divas star, Jim Neidhart, who's a comedy guy. He, like Mick Foley, he's comedy. And then there's Rob Van Dam when he joined NWO. And then there's the Demon, the hottie, Kane. Then again, talked about record breaker because he has so many hit records with his band Fozzy. It's Chris Jericho. Then we can't turn back the clock. Stop giving me these cards. Okay, so we got Brie mode, so that only leaves Sheamus and Big Show. All right, legend, the Iron Shrek, who you might know from his fantastic Twitter. And then there's Roadhog from the game Underwatch. And then there's Miss Elizabeth from the game BioShock Infinite series. And then you gotta flip them over. I like how they do that to you. And there is Xavier Woods when he was drafted to SmackDown, wearing pants, surprise. And then up next is Sin Cara, and I'm gonna tell you in Spanish, Sin Cara, Sin stands for evil and Cara stands for car. So that means evil car. Because he, and then there's Neville, where, I don't know if you know this, but Neville is an anagram for evil Len. If you know Len, they have a popular song called Steal My Sunshine. So apparently Vince McMahon does not like that song and considers it evil. And then here is Vincent McMahon when he was doing his NWO gimmick. And then there's, I've never heard of this guy before. They always like give you the weirdest cards that no one cares about. And then the Iron Shrek again, turning back the clock, but he can't. No one can. So stop rubbing it in my face. Let's keep this rolling. Okay, then we got more Chris Jericho, probably playing live with Fozzy. I think Tops is being promoted by Fozzy's new tour, so he's really doing. And then there's Bigger. He's Big E. I don't know what Big E stands for. And then there's Girl by Naomi, and she was recently re-signed with the company because everyone screamed that they wanted more Girl by, and she's has a sick new intro. And then there's the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. But the problem with him is I don't think he is actually a $1 Million Man. I think that was just a gimmick, and that would kind of hurt, you know, to have to walk around telling everyone you're rich, but you're not. So like if he wanted to get a $1 million home, well, he couldn't, because then he'd be in debt if he was just $1 million. You need multi-million-dollar man. And here's Eve Six. She wrote that famous song Inside Out, you know, and she's really supportive of people swallowing their pride. Here's Bam Bam Biggie. That's when he was doing his different gimmick. Looked a lot different back then, but you know, you can't turn back the clock. That's what this is all about. Here's The Rock. fighting, who's that, Bray Wyatt? Then right here, it's Neville wearing a coat, looking cool. It's when he won his belt. Let's turn back the clock. You can't. 1993. I wasn't even born yet. That's Under Dad, wearing his dad clothes. What else do we have here? Okay, we have Ian Jax. Ian is one of my favorite wrestlers because she's not like the other women and she's not like me. So I think that's interesting. And then here's Barakorba. No one really cares about him anymore, but he's like the lone wolf because I think he's like a NEET, and he's like one of the, you know how you always hear about those Japanese people who just stay in their room all the time? That's what a lone wolf is. Like, they sit in there and just watch anime, play hentai games, and, you know, have their pillows and their toys, like the hentai toy, not hentai toy, anime toys. And I assume that's what lone wolf means. I assume that's his gimmick, but I could be wrong. So let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. And here's speaking of weeb culture, here's Sasha Banks, who many people know her for being based on the hit anime Space Brothers. That's what her gimmick is she's a space warrior from the planet of Venus. And I think she has a lot of potential, but she hasn't won any belts yet. But I think in the future she could. Here is a legend, Erwin R. Schister. I've never seen him. And then here is another legend, Rikishi, who many people don't know this, but he's actually Roman Reigns' dad. And then here is Tatanka. He is featured in the hit film. Okay, I'm trying to remember the name. 27 Dresses. And then here's Kurt Hennig, who many people don't know him as Ultimate Warrior because he wasn't. And then here's Record Breakers, the Dudley Boys. I think they had like a song on one of those WWE albums where they sing and stuff, and apparently it broke a record. And then let's turn back the clock for Ricky the Steamboat Dragon. And does it have the actual back on it? No, it's a new back. Okay, then this is the last pack. And I just want to say that this has been an amazing time making this video. Okay, here's Bubba Ray Dudley. Many people don't know that he is related to Lana Del Rey, because that's where the Ray comes in. And if you move the letters around in Dudley, it kind of Del Rey, you know? And then there's Goldust, who is the father of Cody Rhodes. And here's Roman Reigns, who is the son of Rikishi. And here is Becky Lynch, who is related to Finn Balor and from the same state as Sheamus. And here is Apollo Uha Nation Ono, who's related to Yoko Ono, I think. If you don't know who that is, she was Ringo Starr's wife from the Beatles. She is what the song Don't Pass Me By is about. And some people say that she inspired the trip that the Beatles took in the Yellow Submarine to the land of Neverland with Michael Jackson. And here is Sam Joe. That's a misprint. Samoa Joe, we all know, is Roman Reigns. So I don't know who that dude is. And this is Cosplayer Central. This is some dude dressed up as Sting, but he messed up and wore red. I don't know, fashion faux pas something. And there's a record breaker, Kane. I don't know what record he broke, but that's Kane. And here's Rowdy Piper. So, you know, I did want to say that this was for a bunch of people, but considering that there's no Big Show, I'm considering retiring from making videos and stuff like this, because seriously, if Topps can't just give me one Big Show Kiss card, then what's the point? Happy birthday.
Aye.